So we shall start we shall start a new topic. We were supposed to do yesterday, but neti katusumbua. We shall redo it again. But after introduction, nitaenda haraka because already I had introduced. Itakuwa just haraka. So this board of mine nitakuwa nikimove at some point because we need space. So don't worry. And be ready with your past papers. Be ready with your past papers because once we finish, we shall need our past paper. I think hapo iko sawa sasa. So okay, nilikuwa na hizi pen zangu kumbe nimeziweka hapa. So where is it? Tunasema it is a FM, financial management. So we are doing valuation. Valuation. So valuation is our topic. So valuation is our topic. So we had introduced valuation yesterday, but we shall introduce again. So valuation refers to the process of determining the worth of a business. So the process of determining the worth of a business is what we call the valuation. So valuation, ningepeleka niandikia hapa. Niandikia hapo. So valuation. So when I talk about valuation, so this one is the valuation of business. We shall call it the valuation of business. So this is our new topic. The topic is called valuation. So the topic is called valuation, and the topic, remember, we are doing FM. Remember, we are doing FM, financial management. So remember, we are doing financial management. Now, valuation is the process of determining the worth of a business. So we know that valuation, this refers to the process. This refers to the process. This refers to the process of determining the worth of a business, or determining the worth of a business or of a security. You can also use the word security. So the process of determining the worth of a security using financial information available. The worth of a security, the worth of a security using the financial information available, using the financial information available. So that's what we mean when we talk about valuation. So refer to the process of determining the worth of a business, and then the value attached to the security is called the real value. The value attached to the security is called the real value. The value attached to the security is called the real value. It's called the real value. And then you can also say the real value is also called real value is also called, so the real value is also called theoretical value, or intrinsic value divided by PO. We shall be using the word PO to donate the theoretical value. We shall be using the PO to donate the theoretical value. We shall be using the PO to donate the theoretical value. Then we can also say, that the intrinsic value of a security, the intrinsic value of a security is equal to the total present value the intrinsic value of a security is equal to the total present value is equal to the total present value of all the expected future benefit of all the expected future benefits of all the expected future benefit to be realized from that security. To be realized from that security. And for example, we said for you to determine the value of a share, and we give a good example. For you to determine the value of a share today, it will be equal to present value of all the future dividends, paid. So when you determine the value, of a share today, it will be equal to the present value of all the future dividends paid in the future. It will be equal to the present value of all future dividends or dividend paid in the future. So that's a good example. We shall do a question later, but for now, just know that way. Now, we can also move on and say, intrinsic value, the intrinsic value forms the basis. So the intrinsic value will form the basis of determining whether the security is overvalued, undervalued, or correctly valued, So, when we talk about the intrinsic value, the intrinsic value is the value which will form the basis of determining whether the value is undervalued or overvalued, or if the value is of the correct value. That one is okay. Now, NB, we can start with NB number 1. If the PO, so if the market value, so the market price, of a security of a security is greater than intrinsic value, so if the market price of a security is greater than the intrinsic value, then what do we say about that share of the security? Then what can we conclude? Then the security is said to be overvalued. Then the security is said to be overvalued. Number B or number 2, if the market price of a security is less than intrinsic value of a security, then the security is said to be undervalued. Then it's said to be undervalued. It's said to be undervalued. So let us continue. Number C. So if the market price of a security is equal to intrinsic value of a security, then the security is said to be correctly valued. So that's the 3 items. These are the 3 items that you need to know when you are talking about. So let's see the theories. Let us see the theories of variation. Theories of variation. Theories of variation. theories of valuation, theories of valuation, theories of valuation, theories of valuation. So there are three. No, there are three. There are three. There are three theories of valuation. Number A, fundamental theory of valuation. You have the fundamental theory of valuation. Fundamental theory of valuation. Fundamental theory of valuation. Then you have number two, technical theory of valuation. Number three, random walk theory. Random walk theory. So we have the three theories, theory of valuation. So we have the fundamental, we have the technical, and we have the random theory. So we start with the first one. We start with the fundamental theory. So open your past paper for December 2009. So there's this past paper nilikuwa nimewatumia. I don't know if you have it in your group. There is this past paper imeandikwa FM kit. There's this one, let me highlight in the group. So you open this one. So nimeandika kwa group open. So open that one nimeandika open. So that is the past paper. So I want you to open that past paper. Imeandikwa FM kit. So we shall use that one to explain the fundamental theory of valuation, fundamental theory of valuation, fundamental theory of valuation. So umepata hiyo swali ya December 2009. December 2009. I think it's a question December 2009, question number kama ndaipata. December 2009, question number 4B. So umepata? Sama anatusomee. Okay, before Sama anatusomee, December 2009, question number 4B. So before Sama anatusomee, let us explain what is this theory, the fundamental theory. So before Sama anatusomee, let us read the fundamental question, the fundamental theory. Let us explain what is this fundamental theory. Fundamental theory. So kwa hiyo nime highlight that PDF kwa group. So I hope kama amefika December 2009, question number 4B. December 2009, question number 4B. Nime highlight in the question. But before we do it in a question, let me talk about the fundamental theory. I talk about the fundamental theory. Now, this is the theory. This theory states. So this theory states. This theory states that the theoretical value so this theory says that the theoretical value of a security so this theory says that the theoretical value for security is equal to present value is equal to the total present value is equal to total present value of all the expected future benefits of all the expected future benefits to be realized from the security. To be realized from a security. The theoretical value. The theoretical value is equal to the present value of annuity. Present value of annuity plus present value of maturity value. So those are the two things you need to know when you talk about the fundamental theory. You need to take the annuity value. Remember, the annuity is an example for dividend. The example of annuity, you can talk about the dividends or the interest. So they are paid on annuity basis, and they're the same. In most cases, they are the same. Then you also find the present value of the maturity value. So the present value of the maturity value. So let's go to this question for December 2009. December 2009, question number 4B. So who will read for us that question? So nani atasomea hiyo swali? Stephen Obange, have you managed to get that question? It is on page. It is on page. Kitu hapo page ngapi? Tasema ngapi? Page ngapi? December 2009, question number 4B. That's on page 11. Go to page 11, Ushindi Ltd. The question is for Ushindi Ltd. Question 13. So go to topic, question 13, go to topic what? Topic 5. Topic 5, question 13. Topic 5, question 13. Ushindi Limited.
Nimeipata.
Usome.
Usindi Limited has recently issued 1,000
9% convertible bond.
Convertible bond. The bond can be converted into 9 ordinary shares at the end of the 5 years. Current market price of the share of Usindi Limited is 25 per share. The price is expected to grow at the rate of 10% per annum. The investor required rate of return is 12%. Required, the current value of the bond.
Sawa. Solutions. Solutions, number 1. Solution. Now, number 1, we know that for you to get the intrinsic value, is equal to the present value of annuity plus the present value of maturity value. That's the formula. Now, how do you get these figures? Now, this is how you get these figures. Now, annuity is equal to the percentage of the par value. And in this case, it is 9%. According to the question, it's 9%. So 9% is our rate times the par value, which is 1,000, which is Kenya shillings 900. That's how you get the annuity value. But remember, this is not the present value. So remember, it's the annuity, but not the present value. So that one is the annuity, but not the present value. Number 2, we are supposed to get the maturity value. And how do you get the maturity value? Remember, we are getting the maturity value and not the present value. The maturity value and not the present value. So how do we get the maturity value? So maturity value is equals to, so this one is after 5 years. The question said is after 5 years. After 5 years, will be equal to MPS of that plus 1 plus G over N. Remember, our N in this case, our N is 5 years. So remember, our N, that is 5 years. Then G is the growth rate. So let's find the maturity figure, so the maturity value. So the maturity value will be equal to the market price. So what is the market price? According to the question, our market price will be 25%, 25 shillings. So 25 shillings, 1 plus G, our growth rate. We have the growth rate from the question. We have the growth rate of 10%, so 0.1. Then is to 5. So send a calculator. Someone to find for me that one. So that one is how to get the maturity value. 25, 1 plus G raised to 5 is N. So what would be the figure? What would be the figure?
$27.5.
Yes, 40.
$27.5.
Ukichukua 25 plus 1 plus 0.1 and then raise to 5. Unapata 27.
Ni 40.26.
Yes. 40.26. Let's get the book value. The book value itakuwa ni 40, itakuwa ni the market value times number of shares. So multiply the number of shares, the book value. So 40.26. So what is the number of shares on the question? Number of shares wanatuambia the board can be converted into 10 ordinary shares at the end. So 10 ordinary shares. So total itakuwa ni 42.6. So 42.6 Kenya shillings. Ama another way unaweza sema one share goes for 40.26. What about 10 shares? What about 10 shares? Because multiply, we shall get the same answer, 42.6. That's another way you can do it. Now let's find out the value, the intrinsic value of this bond. Now, the intrinsic value.
Mwalimu,
Value. Yes.
are the shares 10 or 9?
Shares ni ngapi? At the shares are
9.
9. But what 9 percentage per value. This one 9% of the per value. So 9% is 900. Hii ni annuity, or you can call it.
That one, the second sentence inasema 9 ordinary shares.
Ni 9.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, 9. Oh, mimi nimeweka 10. It's supposed to be 9. Oh. It's supposed to be 9. So the bond can be converted at 9 ordinary shares. Sawa sawa. So ni 9. So itakuwa ngapi? So 42.26 times 9. Itakuwa ngapi hiyo? Itakuwa ngapi? So 40.26 times 9, mniambie tafadhali. Wasituharakishe juu sina calculator.
362.34.
Ngapi 10?
362.34.
So that is the book value. That one is fine. 362.24. That one is okay. Now for you to get the intrinsic value, so let's go back to our formula here. Let's go to this formula back. So for you to get the present value, so itakuwa, you have the annuity hapa, which is 900. You multiply with the present value, interest factor for annuity. So you underline the word annuity. I have underlined the word annuity. Plus the second one, we are going to use this value. The value which we have derived from the maturity value. So the book value has been derived from the maturity value, which is 362.34 times present value, interest factor, end period. Now look at these two. One is annuity, one is annuity, one is the end period. So you need to know those two items. So tunasema that the intrinsic value will be equal to 900, which is our annuity. We multiply with our present value interest factor. When we multiply this 900 with the present value interest factor, it will form for annuity. We shall convert this value to present value. So The annuity, so you need to know that annuity goes with the present value interest factor annuity. So you need to know that one. For annuity, goes with the present value interest factor annuity. But for the maturity period, because it only occurs at the end of the period, it occurs only once. So any item which occurs once goes with the end period. So present value interest factor end period. So PVIF means present value interest factor. Now let me share, you come and there's a share the screen. Let me try and see if I can share the screen so that tumalizie swali. So 362.34, that one's okay. Now let me look for that past paper, then I share the screen. I show you the tables. Let me show you the tables. So let me show you. So can you see my screen presentation? Yes? Confirm?
Yes.
So let me show you the tables. So in any exam utakuwa umepatiwa at the end of that exam nyuma yake. Na kwani wako wanapeana? So but in exam utaipata. Mbona hii haina? Allah. So at the end of the past paper, hata niende huko chini kabisa nione kama wameweka. Unasema hizi past paper hazina hiyo question, hazina hiyo reference. Here it is. Ndio hiyo hapo. Na I hope everyone can see it. Now, if you can see this formula, you have two formulas. This is the first one. Look at that one. Present value of one received at the end of any period. Now, when we say one received at the end of the period, ndio hii. Present value interest factor n, ndio hii. Now, the formula ndio hii hapa. Let me give you a formula. Now, present value interest factor for n period inakwanga 1 plus r raised to minus n. So hii inakwanga formula. Hii inakwanga formula. That one is usually the formula. Then we have the other one, the present value interest factor annuity. Now this one is a bit complicated. Now, but before we go to this one, before we go to this annuity, let's go back to this one. Now, when we say that present value interest factor for any period, means that that cash flow is occurring maybe at the end of the period, or the cash flows from one period to another ni tofauti. For example, you have this cash flow, year 1, 10,000. Year 2, 11,000. Year 3, 12,000. In this situation, we are going to use this factor, this present interest factor, this one. But in some situations, you might find it's the opposite. Unapata maswali that they are the same. Year 1 is 10 million. Year 2, 10 million. Year 3, 10 million. Year 4, 10 million. Year 5, 10 million. Meaning, the amount which we are expected to pay or receive is the same. And therefore, in that situation, we are going to use the present value interest factor for annuity. But that one is not our concern at the moment. But that one is not our concern for the moment. So ukiangalia pale juu, let me show you. Let me draw for you. If you check hapa juu, the one in my right, the present value interest factor for any period, ukiangalia ametuambia it is 1. Ukiangalia ametuandikia hapo ni 1 plus r raised to negative n. Ukiangalia vizuri inakaa hivyo, ndio hapa. That is the formula that we are going to use when we will be talking about the end period. Now, but for annuity ni tofauti. Let us look for annuity. Annuity inakuwa chini yake. So kwa mtihani uko very careful. Now for annuity ndio hapo chini. Look at this. So we have two formula. So kuna hiyo present value of annuity. Now when we talk about annuity, it means that the cash flows are the same from one period to another. So remember the word annuity means equal receipts or payments. So remember the word annuity. The word annuity means equal receipts or payments, of which we shall talk about it later. Sikwataka kwenda hiyo topic because ni rahisi. So tutaifanya tu, huko hivyo tutakuwa tukugusia. So annuity refers to equal receipts or payments. So in the case where you have the equal receipts or payments, for example, January ni 10,000, February 10,000, Evo back December 10,000, 10,000 each. So from January, for example, if it's a salary, so your salary is a form of annuity because you ukilipa at the end of the month, most is the same amount. So kama you are being paid 20,000 or 30,000 in January, in February you also be paid 30,000. March, blah blah blah, back December. So we call them annuity. But in the case where the annuity is changing, maybe January unalipo 10,000, February umelipo 20, the other month umelipo 5. So it is changing. So the cash flows are not the same. In that situation, we are going to use the end period. We are going to use this one, the present value index factor for end period. But where the cash flows are the same, we are going to use annuity. Now this is the formula. So let me stop sharing. So 1 minus 1 over 1 plus r raised to n over r. That is the formula. So that one is the formula for the present value index factor. So you need to be very careful. Now, let us now complete this question. Let us complete this question. So let's go to the intrinsic value. So 900, when we need to multiply it with something like a dash plus 362.34 times, we need to go to multiply it with something so that you get the intrinsic value. So let's go to our question. What is our rate? Our rate will go to 12%, if I'm not wrong, from the question. I think the rate was 12%. Was that correct? The rate was 12%. Required rate of return? Yes, it is 10%. So let me share the screen again. I'll show you something. So it wasn't a June. Let's start with the first one. So tuanze ya kwanza. Now the rate is 12%. Unakuja hapa kwa 12%. Unakuja hapa kwa 12%. Ndio hii hapa. Then it was supposed to be there for 5 years. So unaenda kwa year 5. So year 5 ndio hii hapa. So how much is that? Year 5? Someone to tell us. Year 5 wenye wanaiona hapo. Hiyo hapo chini. 0.56. Ndio hiyo hapo nimewekea. 12% unaenda kwa year 5. So year 5 ni hiyo chini. 0.5674. Can you see that figure? Can you see it? Can you see that figure?
Yes.
That's for any period. So for any period unatumia hiyo figure. Then for annuity, if you want to the annuity figure, unateremka chini. Unakuja chini. Ndio hiyo hapo, 12%. Unaenda kwa year 5. Can you see year 5? 3.6048. Can you see it? 3.6048. Can you see it? Yes, mnaiona? I hope
Yes.
mnaiona. So those are you find those questions. So ndio hiyo. So find the final figure. What will be the intrinsic value in that case? What will be the intrinsic value? So mnapata figure gani? Find the final figure. The final figure. Ngapi? So assignment May 2015. So tutaendelea from there tomorrow. May 2015. We shall start from here tomorrow. Question number 2C. Let me look for another assignment before tufunge. May 2016, question number 2C. May 2015, question number 2C. That is number 1. Let me look for another one. So let me look for another assignment. Let me look for another assignment that we shall do it tomorrow. Tukimalizia your topic so that we introduce another one. So the last assignment I want to give you, now make sure you try for tomorrow class. That question was tested in which sitting? You kama nitapata. Let me see if I have a question. Kama ilikuwa long time ikisetiwa. Najaribu kutafuta one of them. Mtafanya, so mtafanya moja ni hii May 2015 question number 2C. And then do this question. Let me, there's a question. Yes, nimepata. This question is for April 2023. So that time it was tested was April 2023. So April 2023, that was the last time this question appeared. So make sure you do it. I'm going to make majibu. Question number 3B. Question number 3B. So try these two at the moment. And also you can try the other one. There's another one here also you can try it, but we shall do it tomorrow in class. This one is for June 2005. June 2005. June 2005, question number 1B. Iko kwa hiyo revision kit na iko na answer pale nyuma. So ukilemewa, you can check the answers pale nyuma. You can check the answers pale nyuma. We shall start with the technical. We shall start with the second theory, which is the technical theory. Technical theory from tomorrow. We shall start from the technical theory. So that is all about it for today. We had some delays, but it's okay. So we meet tomorrow. Any question? Any question? I think you don't have it. I think mko sawa. Lynette, do you have a question?
No, I'm okay.
So let us meet tomorrow. We start from the technical theory. So meet tomorrow. We start from the technical theory. So good night.